Hey everyone, welcome back to the Might and Magic 6 Completionist run. The first thing I'm going to do in this video is to show you that turn-based mode is fixed. It was indeed just a matter of, it was just a matter of exiting and re-entering the game, which is a huge relief to me because, man, let me tell you, based on the tests I did in the last episode, I already could determine that it wasn't to do with the save file being ruined, because when I loaded the save from before the problem started, as in when I loaded an earlier save from before the session even started, the problem still persisted there. So it told me it was with the game and not with the particular save, and with a problem like that, either it goes away when you exit the game and come back, or in rare cases you have to reinstall the game. Fortunately, I did not have to reinstall. Anyway, that's enough about that. This episode, we again are going to be busy. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to... No, you don't have it. You have it. I'm going to just briefly recall my beacon from Hermit's Isle. And as you can see, it has reset. Oh my god, and my reflexes were not as good. I was mainly just terrified at the sight of 3 Supreme Titans. The only reason I'm doing this is to, as you can see, evidence right there that when you're in real-time mode, if you go into the town portal screen, you are
Can we assist you?
targetable by enemies.
Luck be with you.
Now, I've come here to New Sarpagal just to get a quick heal. I'm also gonna cast Hour of Power again. Now, the main objective in this episode is... I'm gonna pull up the screen again because it serves as a good map. We are gonna be clearing out the Sweetwater exterior. After that, we're gonna be knocking out 2 quick council quests. But before we do that, you now have our Dragon Sand Beacon. That's important to remember. I'm gonna go to Dragon Sand, which is still cleared because we recently re-cleared it. And I am going to... ooh, the game is running a bit slow, which is unusual. I mean, even with OBS in the background, it shouldn't be like this. Maybe Windows is running a stealth update, as often tends to be the case with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loot the dragon corpses. I'm not going to bother leaving any around for bounty farming, because if we really want to find a dragon, we can find some in Paradise Valley. So I'm going to be looting the dragon corpses. They'll give us a bit of money for looting them, but more importantly, potentially some useful items. And I'm still looking for a few rings of magic and weapons off the dragon, which we found a couple so far, but none that were what we were looking for. So I'm gonna put this video on pause, and I'll be back. Let me just check. Do I have stuff to sell? I do. So I'm gonna sell this stuff. Where did we even get this stuff? Yeah, it's been a while since my last...
No.
what did we do last episode? We... God, I've already... No, last episode we did Silver Cove and Frozen Highlands. Did we get all this stuff from... Man, I'll... You know what, I'm just not going to question it. This stops here, and we've got to sell it. And then I'll also loot these dragons. And once I'm done with that, I will let you know if I have anything useful to keep. And already I'm going to have to set a new beacon here. Roughly here was when I had set my beacon and then forgot to reset it back to the village, as I showed you in, I think, a couple episodes ago, maybe. Anyway, that's enough about that. Video going on pause now. I'll be back once this looting is taken care of. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, now let me just show you the stuff I found. First, let me show you how much gold we have. We now have over 2.6 million. Pretty decent amount. This is the stuff we're gonna keep. Imperial Leather of the Gods, which is better than this. Only intellect and personality +5 versus +10 to everything. It puts you in a higher spell point capacity rank, so that actually was good. What else do we have? Sovereign Belt of the Sky. Spell point speed and intellect is gonna go to you. Same logic. You're gonna lose some might and endurance, but that didn't even give you a penalty, but you get some more spell points. And you get some more speed. So that was good. This Shield of the Gods is for you. I don't think you need spell points as much as these two do. I very rarely am getting close to exhausting Serena's pool of spell points. So rather than the extra 10 spell points, I'd rather give her, you know, a bit of a bonus to everything. And that actually put her into a higher damage category as well, so that's good. What else was there? There was this Ring of Body Magic. Now, for some reason, I had given Roderick 2 Rings of Mind Magic. One of these is entirely superfluous. This one costs more. I could sell it for more gold. But I really do like the Scarab Rings. They look really cool. And, I mean, I also like when you have different rings that give you, you know, a more interesting visual, as opposed to if they were all Scarab Rings or all one type or the other. And that's it for now. We can sell some of this stuff. So we can sell
Don't touch the merchandise.
a bunch of the stuff to the merchant.
Come back soon.
The rest... Oh, I didn't even
Don't
notice
touch the merchandise.
these cloaks because they're so dark
Come back soon.
when they're unidentified. The rest of the stuff is gonna have to wait because the magic shop is currently closed. And before I forget, like I did last time, let us... I missed a few dragons. Sure, let's loot them right now. Long dagger. Would have been nice if that was a long dagger of the dragon, but it's okay. We've got a small amount of extra stuff to sell. Those are just lizards, and I actually think there are a couple dragons by the side of the pyramid, or one dragon, it seems. Sure, I guess we're gonna multi-loot that dragon just for fun. Okay, now the reason I'm going all the way back here is because I do want to set my and these are just worms. It's a subtle difference between the corpse of a dragon and the corpse of a worm, but when you've played the game enough, you can tell right away. I'm coming back here because this is where the beacon should be set. This is a safe spot in Dragon Sand. Honestly, I should also reset my Hermit's Isle beacon, because right now it is not in a very good spot. So close to 3 Supreme Titans is not my idea of fun. Sadly, there aren't any good spots. What I'll do is I'll set it here by this, because the structure will shield us from some of the hits. At least giving us enough time to fly off and figure out an angle of attack. So don't overwrite any of the useful ones. The Dragon Sand one is superfluous, but it's the Hermit Style one that we're resetting, and I'm actually going to portal back to New Sarpagal because we actually do need Alexis to recover because she is the one who has our beacon to our Lloyd's beacon to Sweetwater. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words so much all of a sudden, but yes, she is the one who now is gonna have to take us there. Yeah, let's go to Sweetwater. We're gonna clear out this area. And I know I said I was saving the devils here because haste is gonna last for a while. I said I was saving the devils here because one to 8. I think this is gonna be the most cost-efficient way of dealing with the enemies here. See, I said I was gonna save the devils because they don't leave corpses when you kill them, and one way to farm bounties is to go back and resurrect an enemy you've already killed, and then kill it again. In this case, though, I'm not too worried. I just want to check Sweetwater off the list, because one of my objectives, as I've stated multiple times, including in the very first introductory episode, is to clear every map region at least once. And as you can see, Sweetwater is mostly uninhabited. That's why this is going to be a pretty short episode, because there are a few fights here, and the few fights that there are indeed tough fights. Actually, you know what? I think these guys might be close enough to the ground that Starburst is an option. Huh.
Yes.
Let's see if I am correct. I am correct, although these are small creatures, it's less clear how much damage they're taking from Starburst. Now this guy is pretty beefy. I think we're gonna just shoot him down for the rest of the damage, because we do a fair amount of range damage with everybody shooting twice, and most people having some sort of damage bonus on their shots as well. Some of these devils don't have wings, so they are just sitting ducks. In fact, I'm just gonna sit here and tank their puny hits. I think that guy's running away. Yeah, and as you can see, all of their death animations involve them combusting, thereby robbing us of corpses to loot, or indeed to resurrect for bounties. This is... 'cause I can see that there are some enemies inside this ruined building, but I don't know if they're going to be visible. I don't know who our starbursts are going to go towards. It looks like the guys with wings are going to... see, again, the odd targeting in this game has reared its ugly head, and I think we've messed up our chance of... Not really. Is that guy... oh no, that guy has lifted up really far off the ground, even though we weren't close to him. So sometimes enemies just keep doing what they're gonna do. Yeah, they're off the ground now. We're just gonna take them out like this. As long as turn-based mode does not glitch out, this is gonna be a pretty easy combat. As you can see, he is coming towards us as well. If he did reach us in melee, that would just be... well, it would he would have some pretty nasty surprises waiting for him, what with all the artifact weapons our guys are lugging around. Okay, now what's going on with these guys?
Yes, we got him.
Again, let's starburst them once. Let's do it once more. I think one starburst is enough for these guys, because by the time you do it twice, they're going to be lifting off the ground, and they seem to be much quicker at doing it than dragons are. So that's something to be mindful of. Okay, we're again reaching a relatively high concentration of these enemies.
Yeah!
That was a very good starburst. Let's just ruin their lives from above. If these guys are devils, then I guess we must be angels.
Hey!
Alright, again, these guys don't have wings. They all moved, but weren't actually activated. Sometimes enemies will do that. It's an odd quirk of this game. And I actually think this guy was running. Well, he was, but I think one of the area of effect attacks triggered him to become hostile again, because he did indeed attack us after that. I think somebody here is... Wow, you guys were the cleverest of them all, because you waited until we were close. I mean, I know they're not actually smart, but it felt like I at least noticed them a lot later than... Oh my god. As you can see, he's casting meter. He's stuck under the bridge. That's why this is a... Okay, you, my friend... Okay, it was funny the first time, but... Could you please stop doing that? Where is this guy? My god, he is having a bad time. He's glitching all over the place. I think he was actually stuck inside the bridge, because he didn't seem to know how to get anywhere. Alright. As you can see, we've already cleared out most of the map. But, of course, things are gonna take a turn. And you know what? I think the best way to approach the northwest corner is to actually follow the road. I do think... Well, haste is close enough to running out. I'm afraid we're gonna have to do some nighttime combat. I really don't want to have to... Oh my god. Don't want to have to... to leave and come back. Because, you know, it would mess up my momentum. And, okay, let's... Okay, as you can see, while they're falling down, they are very hard to target.
Hey!
So we're just gonna wait for them to come all the way down. Sadly, they don't take falling damage, which is just rude. Okay. Excuse me? Who's, There you are. Okay. So one group has been taken out. They give decent amounts of experience, not at the level of dragons or anything like that, but it adds up. Serena seems to be having a bad time, but so will this guy in just a second. Yeah, he's out of here. Okay, you guys are hilarious with your status effects. Let's just quickly take care of that. Body magic is how you do that. And let's also help Serena out with a shared life. Almost back to full. We're following the road because the road is what's gonna take us towards whatever this is. I'm not gonna spoil any surprises by saying what it is. Of course, people who've played the game will know exactly what it is. Okay, that meteor shower signals to me that... Okay, you guys are being a bit ridiculous with this. You can't just constantly cast it. And the annoying thing is they seem to always be able to cast it with pinpoint accuracy on wherever we are. But if we're casting Meteor Shower, you know how finicky it is. Like, we need to be able to see them exactly where they are. This Devil Master is a... Well, he's gone now. But so is our Wizard Eye spell. Okay. I'm actually gonna go up. Spoiling the surprise a little bit, we're seeing the structure. We're not gonna click on it yet.
Yes, we got him.
Take out that Devil Captain. More people are coming around. This way. Like, Meteor Shower damage adds up really quickly. Like, anytime someone's throwing, you know, 20 of something at you, all it takes is a little bit of damage per projectile, and suddenly... And they can freely cast it. I mean, not that spells work like this in the game anyway, because I don't think enemy spells are capable of damaging anything other than you. Okay, this is actually a bit of a predicament, because let's switch to Implosion. No, you don't have high water magic. Let's switch to Ice Bolt. Actually, you know what? Let's just cast Ice Bolt normally. You need to cast Power Cure. You need to cast Shared Life. Cast another Ice Bolt on this guy. Cast an Implosion. Okay. Cast another Power Cure. Another Ice Bolt. Oh my god. I don't agree with them being immune to Meteor Shower, because if you think about it, a meteor isn't fire, it's a rock. So are you telling me they're immune to rocks being thrown at them? Then shouldn't they also be immune to being hit by a mace? Yeah, I know, I'm over-analyzing something that was just done for, you know, basic balance reasons. But still, it just seems rude. Alright, now, there are more of them over here. Are they the good kind or the bad kind? They are the good kind. By the good kind, I mean they're gonna stay on the ground like nice, polite people, and they're not gonna cast awful spells. Okay. These guys are down. And we have another group here. I'm just gonna cast Power Cure from Roderick for a change. I'm gonna wait for these guys to come a little bit closer. I suspect they are... Yes, indeed. They are on the ground as well. Okay. Okay, you're targeting the wrong guy. We need to be efficient. We need to take them down. Okay, there we go. Now, maybe there are some, indeed there are some right in the northeast corner. But they are more of the good kind, it seems. This guy was nearly shot to death right even before he got to us. Okay. There is another group at the top. I see them already. Are you the good kind? No, you're the bad kind. I saw that meteor shower. Yeah, you're above us. Wow, that is terrifying. Okay, let's save the game because things could go horribly wrong. Going to turn base. And the Devil King. Okay. Has gone down. Okay. Now, this area has been cleared. Let's go back around. And, let's cast Shared Life and Power Cure again. And coming here because I do, now that we have some peace and quiet, want to show you what this thing in the northwest actually is. So let me just save here. It's possible that we can't enter it.
Perhaps
No, wait. It is the Hive. This is what I want to show you. This strange structure commands a spectacular view of Paradise Valley. The outer walls are constructed from an unknown material. And notice the sound effect. And notice what... Just notice the design on the ground platforms and the way the gate is opening and closing, and just ponder that. We're not gonna go inside it. It's something we will go inside. What just happened? Did Fly run out? Has Fly run out? Fly did run out. I was wondering why I'm taking awful falling damage. Alright, so now that that's done, we may be done, indeed. I am about 75% sure we've killed everything in Sweetwater, but before we call it good, let's just fly around again in a grid-like pattern to confirm that this area is clear. Now let's turn and go this way. This, I'm sure, is the town of Sweetwater, which is where our characters were before this adventure started, and where Falagar had to rescue us from, as we were told in the narration at the beginning of the game. It looks like we're fine, unless there are more enemies in some of these kind of little valleys. But I don't think there are. I think the main concentrations of enemies were indeed in the place that we just were. And I think we've killed them all, but we have one final pass to make. Now we're gonna fly all the way to the bottom. Make our final pass. Sweeping from east to west. What time is it? It's 1 a.m., meaning it's... Oh no, there are more enemies. Ah, see, this is why you go in a grid-like pattern, like I just did. Let's tell these guys what we think. And because we're up in the air, Meteor Shower should, for the same reasons as it becomes less effective against flying enemies, should become less effective against us, because only the ones that directly hit us will be damaging us. I would have done that in this part of the map, but we were so high up that we couldn't gain any altitude. But enemies don't have that restriction. They can just keep on going up. And yeah, I think Sweetwater is definitely clear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast another Shared Life. I'm going to cast another Power Cure. Next objective. Let me first check. Do we have... We have both of the quests that I intended to do for this session. We need to destroy the Devil's Outpost, and we need to end winter for Lord Stromgarde. And I think both of those are in Kriegspire. I'm just gonna go to Kriegspire. And... I think the Devil's Outpost is right here. So we're gonna do that first. So peaceful when everything's dead. Don't take that out of context, but you know what I mean. Like, we don't have any annoying fights to deal with on the way. However, now that we are actually there, at this place ominously called Demon Lair, and I'm gonna refresh our haste, cast another Power Cure, why not? And let's wait for Serena to recover. Now she seems to be fine. Now let's go inside. And straight away we have a bunch of devils rushing towards us. But we have come here well prepared, and they are going down. Oh, before we finish this, notice the name of this enemy. Devil of Ba. Now he leaves something behind, but he doesn't leave a body, so if you didn't notice that little, you know, detail with the name, I genuinely didn't notice it. I played this game probably 2-3 times before I even knew that that was a unique enemy. I was like, where is the scroll dropping from? But no, it's from that one devil that's... You know what, let's move back. Maybe deal with fewer of them at a time. Unfortunately, they don't have space limitations because I think they can just crowd into small spaces and have their, you know, their models overlap with each other. But it gave us a bit of extra time because those guys still have to... They still had to walk all the way here in order to get in melee range of us. Or whatever range they were trying to get. Again, let's cure Zoltan. This dungeon, can't really even call it a dungeon, it's a single room, but technically it is a location, has not been cleared, and I think people are weak now just because of how long we've been awake. But before we do anything about that, we'll stay awake a while longer. It's now the 7th of November. Alright, now finally let's pick up this thing. The contents of the scroll are difficult to understand. Apparently it's in a different language, but they did draw some diagrams showing locations and patrol patterns, which is helpful for them to provide the materials in an alternate format for those who couldn't read. How thoughtful of them. Let's cast another power cure, why not? And next quest we're going to do is we are going to end winter. For that, it was so long ago that we got this quest, but I think when we got it, we were told that there was a hermit in Kriegspire that could help us. That gentleman is here, and indeed, it says Hermit's Hut outside. I'm just going to save the game just in case. The Hermit, that is his name. First name The, last name Hermit. On the mountain, I guess. Last name Mountain, first name The, and a bunch of middle initials. That's his name. We're gonna end the quest. Oh, well, we're gonna talk to him about it. That's just the next stage in the quest. So, Stromgarde needs a miracle with the weather, eh? All this time I thought he was the one responsible. I can break the enchantment easily, and if you hurry back to him, I'm sure you can claim responsibility. That was my old person voice, and I only did that just so you know why I'm not, you know, doing voice acting like certain other Let's Players do. It's because I'm not very good at it. But yes, I've had a bit of fun with that because, you know, it's a fun little quest. Like, we're sent thinking he's causing it, but apparently he didn't even know. Like, he thought Stromgarde was doing it. But despite not knowing what the cause of it was, he is able to end the quest, or end the curse, rather, easily. And as you can see, the snow has stopped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game here. This was from before the episode, and indeed, right in the save itself, you can see that it's snowing. I'm going to save over this, and let's just... This was before we talked to him. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, that was before we talked to him. And now, let's go back to the Frozen Highlands. And as you can see, it's snowing. Talking to him will actually cause it to stop snowing. Which is a lovely little touch. So we're just gonna go to Mr. Stromgarde.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lord Stromgarde.
His Grace, Eric von Stromgarde, Marquis of the Northern Marches.
Let's talk to him, and indeed, we have taken responsibility for what Mr. Hermit on the Mountain has done, and ended the quest, got a bunch of experience. We're back up to saintly in reputation. That's a bit misleading, because, well, I mean, it's not misleading. We really are at saintly reputation, but later on, two things are going to happen that are going to give us massive reputation penalties. I'm not going to say what they are or when they'll show up, because if you haven't played the game, I want it to be a surprise. But just note that if we want to end the game with saintly reputation, we are going to have to stockpile a lot more reputation than this. Some of it will come from quests, but some of it will have to come from bounties. Next objective is we have to go to Freehaven. It's almost dawn, almost daybreak. Where are we even? Oh, by the way, is the council always open? Now that we've solved 2 of the council quests, 2 of the people are giving us a thumbs up. That is Tori Goldman, the counselor for Loretta Fleece, and who's this guy? Olaf Heimdall, the counselor for Eric von Stromgard, are both giving us the thumbs up, saying that they agree to letting us go to the Oracle, but we need all 6. It's not a simple majority thing, like if you get, 4 out of 6. No, you need all 6. Right, now let's go here.
Halt! Who goes there? Let the
Duke Osric Temper, Lord of the West and foremost knight of the realm.
Alright, let's get his dialogue. It's actually pretty happy, as you would expect, but not just that. He thinks that this information could be useful. Not that, well, this is a party-based, first-person game. This is not a real-time strategy game, but if it was, something like this could, have interesting implications. How do I leave? Okay, that's how I leave. Alright. With that done, honestly, I think it's time to bring an end to this episode. Before I do, is there anything that needs to be done? We can't really do anything at 4:30 in the morning. Let's think about what we're gonna do in the next episode. I think, well, obviously the time has come now to do the council quests. Let's look at what they are, actually. We need to... I think there's... Oh no, we've done 3, and these are the 3 that remain. So this, we already know we need to go to Garrick's Forge in New Sarpegal. For capturing the Prince of Thieves, the hints so far are telling us that the sewers in Freehaven are a place where the Thieves Guild is operating. And we have to give Kilburn's shield to Wilbur Humphrey. The shield is... we got it a long time ago, but I'll give it last, just... I'll hang on to it for a while just because it looks cool. It looks like a normal shield of that type, but you know what, I'll hang on to it for a while longer just because it's a special item. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan for next episode specifically. I think we will do Garrick's Forge. Yes. Or should we do one of the 2 optional dungeons that remains? One which we've already stepped into, the Caves of the Dragon Riders. The other one is in Kriegspire, Agar's Laboratory. You know what? I'm not gonna say which I'm gonna do. I'll, for once, leave it as a surprise, and when we come back in the next episode, I will let you know which of these 2 paths I'm gonna go. Like, is it gonna be a council quest, or is it going to be a optional dungeon? By the way, before I let you go, I just want to take this moment to say that all the exterior zones in this game have been cleared. The last one was Sweetwater. We have done all of them, and I'm just gonna count them off. There are 6 that you can get to by Town Portal. New Sarpegal, Mist, Silver Cove, Freehaven, Whitecap, Blackshire. We've cleared them all. The remainder of them are ones that we have beacons in. So Castle Iron Fist, Kriegspire, Paradise Valley, Dragon Sand, Bootleg Bay, all cleared. And in addition to that, Mire of the Damned, Eel-infested waters, Hermit's Isle, Sweetwater, all cleared. And while we're on this screen, and while we've seen all these things, I'll just let you know that because there are 15 locations in this game, and because 6 of them are town portal destinations, and because we have beacons in the other 9, we can now effectively instantly go to any place in Enroth. Any place at all. So that was one of my goals. It wasn't really a completionism goal, it was just more of a convenience goal. So yeah, that's also been addressed. And now I think we've talked enough. Or I've talked enough. I don't want to implicate you in me being a chatterbox. So it's time now to call an end to this episode. When we come back next time, we will be making more progress of some kind once I decide what it is that I'm going to do. So I hope you'll join me for that one. I hope you enjoyed this episode. So until then, take care.